Are you awake? Of course you are. You're always awake, aren't you? All right. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to work late at the office. I know you've heard it all before, but this time it's true. Did you phone the office? All right. All right, I wasn't at the office. And there's a very good reason for that as well. You see, my office is makeup. The office is being made up. Redecorated. Yes, it's being done out in blonde emulsion. So, you see, I am at the moment having to do my work in the bar in the hotel round the corner. Gordon Bennett! You remember Gordon Bennett? Well, he was there with the redhead. He was there with the redhead because he'd been to Tenerife and of course the sun caught his head. You know, he's thin on top. And you've had one of your spies out watching me, haven't you? Eh? All right, okay. Well. The blonde I was with, right, as a matter of fact, happens to work in our dispatch department. Yes. And the reason we were drinking heavily was so that I could get her drunk, she would pass out, and I could come home early. Which is what I did. I got in the taxi. We got into the taxi, and because I promised her a lift to the Salvation Army, because she's in the Salvation Army. Plain clothes division. Anyway, the only reason we went to her place was so I could phone you. Yes. And if your spies saw me carrying her into her place, it's because she twisted her ankle in the disco, where we stopped on the way home so that she could sell the war cry. And her ankle was that bad, I had to put her to bed several times. Oh, all right. All right, I admit it. I'm having an affair, all right? You happy now? Eh? And it's not the first either, no. No, the bridesmaid, remember at the wedding? Oh, yes, yes. And your Auntie Lil. Well, that's been going on for some time, actually. Listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, honestly. I mean, we can make it up, can't we, eh? Could you ever forgive me? Eh?
Gordon Bennett!
Well, who are you?
Shall I tell her, or will you?
How about a nice cup of tea, eh? And they're still serving drinks.
Not you two again. Look, it's 12 noon. It's still daylight outside.
Yeah, we'll dance, sir.
Are you 18?
Are you balmy?
We ask the questions down here. Constable.
Are you balmy, sir?
That's better. Threatening a police officer with an offensive weapon, eh?
That's his bus pass, sir.
Bus pass? I haven't seen a bus pass. You get 5 years for this.
I'm not sure I've got 5 years.
Tell it to the judge.
What kind of fool am I?
We ask the questions down here. Constable.
Yes, sir.
A word in your ear.
Sir.
Boo! Ah! Lesson number 1, never trust anybody.
Oh, here it is.
Hold it right there. A bit higher. That's the last handbag you nicked, missus.
What are you talking about? It's mine.
Oh, yeah, pull the other one.
Right, in that handbag you'll find a balloon with Landadno on it.
That says Ludo.
If you blow it up, it says Landadno.
She's right, sir.
Constable,
Sir.
place your hand in a book and repeat after me. Ow.
Why, sir? Ow!
Good lad.
Right, I'm going to report this. What's your name?
Don't tell her, Hoskins. Oh. Don't worry about her, she won't get far.
I think she might, sir. She's taking your car.
Did you get a number?
Don't you know it, sir?
I ask the questions out here. And you, don't think you can get round me by offering me sexual favours.
I wasn't.
Why not? I finish work at 6. Now then, do you recognise this man?
It looks like my Uncle Bert.
Constable, arrest her Uncle Bert for impersonating the Prime Minister. We can talk freely now. This old coot's as deaf as a post.
Sorry, sir, what'd you say?
He said this old coot's as deaf as a post. And I admit it.
You what?
I admit it.
Constable, write that down.
Yeah, I admit it.
Right. Now for a bit of friendly persuasion.
Ah!
Here.
Wait a minute, sir. Don't forget, bruises.
There won't be a mark on him. Now, are you going to talk or do you want some more of the same?
Oh, no, I'll talk.
They can only take so much.
But you only hit yourself, sir.
Good point.
Ow, 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 ow. Thank you, sir.
Right, come on, sing.
Oh, knees up, Mother Brown, knees up, Mother Brown.
Right, booking, Constable. No music licence.
Yes, sir.
Hello, hello, hello. What's this, eh? Poaching, are we?
No, that's Frozen.
So would you be with no feathers on? Booking.
Yeah, if I was a bit younger, I'd kick the living daylights out of you.
Oh, impersonating a police officer, eh? Constable.
Yes, sir.
Cuff him.
Yes, sir. Don't do it again!
Another chapter in the endless fight against crime.
Yes, sir.
I think we deserve a drink.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Nothing in the cellar, Constable. Johnson. Meadows here was just practicing. He wants to be a schoolmaster when he grows up. Thank you, Meadows. Same time tomorrow.
Sir.
Learn. The door, Meadows. Now then, Johnson. How long have you been a pupil at this school?
64 years, sir.
That makes you older than Pemberton, the classics master.
Yes, sir.
Take a seat, lad.
Yes.
Come on, hurry along, boy, hurry along. Now, Johnson, I don't know how to put this, but when do you plan to leave us, eh? I mean, what's your problem? Is there still something going on between you and Matron, eh? I thought that was over 40 years ago.
That was a different matron's.
That was a different decade, lad. I mean, hell's teeth are 72 years old. I mean, what's your problem? Are you smoking, boy? Stop that! See me in my study after. Filthy habit. What's your problem, Johnson? I mean...
Please, sir, Mr. Warrington is being beastly to me again. He keeps hinting that I should leave, sir.
That's his job, lad. He's the careers master. Hello. Oh, matron. Oh, I see. Oh. Give the boy a cold shower and confiscate the book. Yeah. Better let me see it first, all right? Now, how long have you been head boy, Johnson?
Since 1937, sir.
What did you do during the war?
I was milk monitor, sir. We all did our bit.
Well, you're still the milk monitor, Johnson.
Yes, sir. I want to be a milkman when I grow up.
Johnson, you are grown up, to say the least. I mean, have you never given a thought to all the school fees your parents have been paying out?
I won a scholarship, sir.
You can't survive on that, lad. Oh, no. And of course, you've got your pension, haven't you? Walk, don't run. Johnson, I'm asking you to leave.
Who, sir? Me, sir? Why, sir?
Because you're a bad influence on the school.
Me, sir? But I'm captain of dominoes.
I'm sorry, my mind's made up. Just pack your Zimmer frame and go.
This is a bit sudden, sir.
Sudden? Look, everybody has school dinners. You have to have meals on wheels. You're the only person I know who's got a student card and a bus pass.
In other words, you're asking me to leave, sir.
In exactly those words, Johnson. I've written to your parents and they're in complete agreement with me.
Very well, sir. As long as it isn't an expulsion.
Well, of course not, lad. I'll give you a good report. Yes. Johnson, look, you've got your whole life. You've got the whole of the rest of your life ahead of you. Come on, boy. Keep up the spirit, what? What? Chin up. Shoulders back. Best artificial hip forward, what?
Thank you, sir. I don't feel that I'm ready to leave, but, well, you have your job to do. No hard feelings. Thanks for everything.
Thanks, Dad. The door, Johnson! There's been a little trouble if you had the frozen shrimp, 'cause so did that poor fellow, and now he's gone all limp. You get the screaming abdabs, you'll throw up in your hat, but you had a glass of water, and we won't charge you for that. For when things are looking grey, what I always say is paper your walls with sunshine, paint your door with a great big green. A skip full of rubble will bear away your trouble, so welcome the good times in. I'm afraid there's been a mishap, your car got stolen twice. We found it down in Wandsworth and we put it in a vice. I'll see you get a refund and things won't look so black.
You tell that to my missus, she's sitting in the back.
If things are looking grey,
What we always say is paper your walls with sunshine, paint your door with a great big green. Make good deals be your tiles, cement them on with smiles. I'm afraid there's been a mix-up. We didn't mean no harm. We went and took your leg off, and it should have been your arm.
I know why you look peaky. You've had a nasty shock.
But think what you'll be saving. You'll only need one sock. When things are looking grey, what I always say is paper your walls with sunshine, paint your door with a great big ring. Hang a rainbow from your rafter and polish it with laughter. And welcome the good times in. Welcome the good times in.
Now I find you guilty of knocking off your wife.
Of knocking off your wife.
I'm sending you to prison, and there you'll be for life.
And there you'll be for life. You'll be there for life.
I'm 93, Your Honor. I'll go right off my head.
Don't worry, I'll parole you as soon as you are dead.
As soon as you are dead.
Though things are looking grey, what I always say is paper your walls with sunshine, paint your door with a great big ring. Fly upstairs like Wiggles and let your uncles giggle. Welcome the good times in. Nice to see you. I welcome you to hell. What seems to be the trouble? You don't look very well. Now here's your cold school dinner. You have to eat your greens. But look upon the bright side. We're twin with Milton Keynes. If things are looking grey, what I always say is paper your walls with sunshine, paint your door with a great big grin, to give your lounge a luster, make fun your feather duster, and welcome the good times in. Welcome the good times in.
Oh, see this, the grill? Oh, you've just woken up, Arnold. How are you?
Hey, I'm a goner, Wilfred. But I must tell you something before it's too late.
Now listen, no, don't exert yourself, Arnold. No, just take it easy.
We've been best of pals for past 30 years, but for last 10 years, I've been doing the dirty on you,
Now, listen,
Wilf.
just shush. Try and get some rest.
Nay, I must get it off my chest before I go.
No, listen, close your eyes and try and get some sleep.
I've been having an affair with your wife.
Try not to talk too much.
Don't you understand what I'm saying? I've been having an affair with your wife.
That's all right, I know. Now listen, you just try and get your rest.
You know about me and Nellie?
Aye. Now listen, just take it easy. Close your eyes.
How long have you known?
I found out last week.
Last week?
Aye. That's why I poisoned your armour.
My name's Sam Hanwich. I'm a dick, head of Hanwich Investigation. I just finished eating a steak down at Ma Capolino's and was picking my teeth. My hobbies are starving in a garret, unrequited lust, and talking with my mouth closed. Don't think about that joke. It doesn't work. In this game, you never know what's going to happen next. That reminded me, I needed a belt. I got up early, went downstairs, and cooked breakfast in my pajamas. Next time, I'll use a frying pan. At the office, my secretary, Tanya Hyde, was on the phone. I raised my hand and lightly brushed her cheek. This broad had got the hots for me. I looked at her. Her lips were saying, "Good morning, Mr. Hanwich," but her eyes were saying, "Kiss me, sex machine." Her nose was saying, "Anybody got a tissue?" I was getting a green on my final approach when suddenly we were interrupted by the phone. I said, "Hello." A voice said, "This is the judge. I gotta see you urgently. In fact, that's me at the door now." She was quite something, but I decided to play it cool. Was this a beautiful vision standing in my doorway, or was it just my imagination? It was just my imagination. Our eyes met. Well, at least hers did. I had a sudden urge to run my fingers through her hair. She spoke. "I was followed here." The words hung in the air between us. I heard the sound of a lonely dog coming from an upstairs window. Nervously, she tapped on the desk. Her face went blank. She'd been struck in the back by a pullet. Yes, pullet, not bullet. She'd been killed by a typing error. Suddenly, I noticed something in the parson's nose. It was a note. I read it. "Hanwich, I'm coming to get you. Signed, Bugsy Clapper." Clapper? That name rang a bell. I told Tanya to answer it. It was Clapper. I often wondered why they called him Bugsy. He was holding a bomb, and it was smoking. Killer was written all over his face. He was giving me daggers. Quickly, I disarmed him. Just about to throw the bomb down into the street when I saw some nuns crossing the road in a crocodile. I thought, you lousy crocodile, eating all those nuns. Take that. I looked at Tanya. She was looking at Bugsy. Bugsy was looking at her. Nobody was looking at the judge. And the judge was looking at her nose. Bugsy and Tanya were making beautiful music together. Bugsy had tried to kill me, but I decided to drop everything. Bugsy and Tanya now seem to be walking on air. Meanwhile, I was walking with difficulty. I had to answer the phone in my underpants. It was the DA. He said, "Get your hat on quick and get over here." Another day, another dollar. There are 8 million stories in the naked city. What a pity we picked this one. My name's Hanwich. I'm a dick.